Hi there and welcome back to another video. I'm going to start this video off with showing my freaking amazing nails because it's too good to be true. Like, how is this possible? These are my own nails, by the way. I always do Russian manicure and it's just on another level. I literally never did my nails before. It wasn't my thing. Like, I don't know. I just wasn't that, girly. I don't know, into it. But honestly, after my friend introduced me to Russian manicures, I'm just completely hooked. I freaking love it. It looks amazing and it stays like this for like 3 weeks. So I do it every 3 weeks, and today I went with the silver and the moon on my pinky, and just the best. I'm just tuning in here now today because I just wanted to share a few things regarding where we're at right now, and then also just a few tips about motherhood. So one of the things I want to mention is my baby is now 10 months old, and like sleep has been pretty darn great up until like 6 months, but from there it just turned and it was just all over the place. But before then she slept pretty well through the night. I woke her up twice, or she woke up me up twice during the night and nursed, and I changed her diaper, and that was from newborn until like 6 months. And then from there it just was not on a schedule. I used like 2-3 hours to put her down for a nap. It was just this like a disaster and exhausting. But I like went back and forth with like, should I sleep train? I need to find a solution. Maybe I'll do like a mild form of sleep training. And we tried maybe like a couple times, different times. One night we tried, she was in the crib. I was there with her in the room. First I left the room because I kind of wanted to experiment, see how this would work. And I left the room and she just panicked because she's like, where's mommy? Anyways, I realized that she feels abandoned, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. So I went inside the room. I stayed with her. I was singing to her. I patted her chest and her thighs, and I was just basically just wanting to be in the room with her so she just didn't feel abandoned, and I wanted to make sure that she felt safe and loved and everything was okay even though she was in the crib. Anyhow, that was an hour of like crying, and like she would stop and then cry again, and like it was stressful and it didn't feel right. And that was the one time we did it. That lasted for like 3 hours. She woke up, went back to sleep. Then the second time she woke up, I just brought her back into bed because I just felt right. So it wasn't before like this month, I think she's 10 months now, that I really realized, and I'm fully at peace with not sleep training my baby, because I've been going back and forth, because you become kind of desperate as a mother. Like, any mother can relate to this. You're just like in this sleep deprivation, you're exhausted, you're like, there's no routine work, it just seems like nothing is working at times, and you're like, what can I do to change this? And there's sleep training, and there's all sorts of ways to sleep train. But for me now, I realize that this is just a period of her life, of my life. She's not going to be in bed with us forever, and I feel like it is right. It feels right to me to have her in bed. It feels the most natural to keep her close to me, to nurse her to sleep, make her feel comfortable and loved and cared for, not leave her in the crib to cry, and then stress her out, and then like teach her that mommy's not going to come to you when you cry. It's horrible. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. And now I'm like, I don't know. I get it. I get that people want to sleep train because people have their lives and work and are not in a situation where they can maybe stay home with baby. I totally get that. It just doesn't feel right to me, and it feels like a sad thing to do to your baby. Yeah, I just want to share that because now I feel fully at peace with not sleep training my baby, and I feel fully at peace with like, my baby wakes up because she's growing, her teeth are hurting, there's all these different things going on for baby. She doesn't care about if it's night or day, or I have work, or whatever it is that we are doing the next day. And like, she's brand new to this world. Like, it's natural for her to wake up and wanting to play in the middle of the night. So that's what we're going through now. I think this is supposed to be like the 8 to 10 month sleep progression. So she wakes up in the middle of the night. She woke up at 3 once, 5, usually around those times. And then what happens is that she's like, woo, let's wake up. And then so I take her out. My partner continues to sleep because he works the next day. I take her out, we play. And then after about an hour and a half to 2 hours of play, then I take her back to bed and we have a nap where we sleep on maybe like an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then we wake up for the day, and that's kind of considered her first nap. And then from there she naps one more time and I put her to bed early. So I feel so good about that because it just naturally happened that we got to like early bedtime. So even though she wakes up early, or I mean like in the middle of the night, it still feels so good because we have a routine where like, okay, you're super tired at like 6 7, and I'm gonna put her to sleep then, and it takes me like 5 minutes, and that's freaking heaven from someone who was like took 2 3 hours to get her to sleep. Like I was not doing whatever was correctly, because it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't take that long to get her to sleep. And you know, the time between their naps change and all that stuff. Anyways, the point with this story is that I feel at peace with what I'm doing right now. I accept that River is going to be in bed with us until it feels right to move her to the crib, and whatever we're doing is right to us. And I just feel like the kindest, most loving thing I can do to my baby. So and I feel like if you as a new mother accept that like early on, it's going to be easier for you rather than going back and forth with like sleep training, not sleep training, this is not working, like what's going on. Instead trying to change up the naps, like the time in between the naps, and then also follow her cycle. Like what is she telling you, when is she tired, when is she not tired. And then another really good tip is to, if she is tired and no, not tired, you try and put her down. You're like, oh, it's nap time now, let me try and put you down. You put her down and she's just like playing, let her play. Either you just play a little bit in bed or whatever, or you take her out and you play some more and you wait until she's rubbing her eyes or pulling her ears, giving you some sign that she's tired. Because continuing to just staying in bed for like 2 3 hours like I did for like a few months, that's crazy, and it drives you crazy, and it's not fun for her either. Like, well, I guess it's fun for her, she just plays in bed, but I'm like pulling my hair, I'm like, this is crazy, so much time, just put her to nap for like, and she naps are so short, like 40 minutes. So it's it shouldn't be like that. So a good tip is to just tire your baby out more and don't just stick to like putting her to bed if she's not interested, because yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So I just want to share that feeling at peace with sleep is super important when you're a new mother. And yeah, all of the stuff I said before this is just what I'm learning from my experience and what feels right to me. And neither my partner or I can listen to her cry. Like, and I've looked up like different things, and like they do say that if you leave your baby to cry alone in the crib, and you leave and you don't attend to them, first they will cry for a long time. Eventually, after a few days, they will cry less. Eventually they'll stop crying because they learn as tiny little humans who just came out of this world that mommy's not going to comfort them when they cry. So even though they don't show their stress on the outside, they're stressing on the inside. And it's just, they're like, their dependency on you is, they're just learning that they can't depend on you when it comes to the sleep. And it's just I don't know, it's heartbreaking and I can't do it. I get that people do it because it's hard, but it just doesn't feel right. And I think that like biologically it makes sense to sleep with your mom. Like, I don't know, all the babies in nature do that. Just humans who are like, we have busy lives, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, we like routines, we're like, okay, let's get on with things, but babies don't work that way. And like accepting that and just following this natural cycle of like parenting and just following the natural cycle of baby will make it so much easier and better, I find. Anyways, that's what worked for us. And just want to share it because I think it's valuable to know if you are a new mother, and you know, or pregnant, or even in the future if you decide to become a mama. It's important. And then just the acceptance of it. Like, it's not about you. It's not about that you are tired at night or whatever. I remember one night, like months ago, where I woke up, it was like in the middle of the night. I'm yawning as to speak. It's tiring. So I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, from River obviously waking. And I woke up and I realized that like I can like complain about being tired and whatever now, but like it is not about me. This is about her, and I'm a parent now. My past life is behind me. Sleeping in, not happening, and that's so totally fine. Like, I'm a parent. It's such a gift to be able to do that, and then just a gift of being the best parent I can be to River. So I wish like we can all see it that way. And then remind yourself that it's not forever. It's a period of time. You'll be tired, but be strong, be loving, be kind towards your baby, and sleep when baby sleeps. Really good advice as well. Sleep when baby sleeps. So yeah, that's all I really wanted to share, except from that River's moving around. She started moving around on the day she turned 10 months. So she's just moving around all over the place, trying to get into the dog food. And whenever I say, no, 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 and I run after her to get her, she thinks it's so fun. So it's like, it's so sweet because she's so interactive. She's such a happy girl. She's a fierce girl. Got that from her mother. And yeah, so it's such fun times, and she tries to stand up and I say bounce, bounce, and she's like bouncing, and I think that's so sweet as well. Crawling all over the place. What else? She's eating, but still not like, yeah, I love to eat. I think like, I don't know, maybe past 1 she's gonna be more into it. But she's eating pretty okay still loves to nurse. So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna go home and nurse her. I just went to get my nails done. Oh, last tip for you as a new mother is definitely take care of yourself. Like, this is so important, because I realize that I am a fantastic mother and partner when I take time to myself, when I recharge. On the way home now, I listen to amazing podcast, and then after I listened to it, I put on music and I was singing and dancing, and I felt so good and so free and so just positive and happy and charged up, refueled. And that's so important as a mother. You need it so bad. So like, if you can get some help, you get some time to yourself, go and get your nails done if you're into it, or whatever it is that fuels you. The other day I went on like an hour walk or something like that. It wasn't long, even, down here with a few girlfriends of mine, and we haven't seen each other that much because of COVID, and we were all just laughing and we're like, holy smokes, this is so nice. Like, it refuels you, energizes you. And yeah, you need to do things like that to like be the best version you can be of yourself for your daughter or son, and for your partner as well. So really make time for yourself is ultra important. And I thought about, that was something I was so scared about before having River, that I wouldn't get any time to myself. And it's not like I have a ton of time to myself, but I have time to myself in the evenings, and I have time to myself now doing this. So it's not like it's the end of the world either that you don't have as much time to yourself. So anyhow, my point is, it's not as bad as I thought it would be for like not having any time to myself. Yeah, I just had some right now, and I feel amazing, and I felt inspired to make this video, and I hope it's helpful to you. I hope you like watching it. Hope you enjoy following me on my channel. Thanks for following, and I'll catch you in the next video, and have an amazing day.